Good evening, gamers. Welcome back. I am the AMDM Lee. Well, this is my cup of coffee, and let's face it, you're watching a commercial. So here's what I want to do. The whole reason this commercial is here is I wanted to point out these items right here on the side. Now, the first item on there is our Monday night Q&A. Every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m.-ish, gamer time, I go live on TikTok and here on Twitch to, talk about D&D. I answer questions. We have our homebrew mechanic build a device. We challenge him each week. Either homebrews a class or race or feat or spell. And all of that homebrew is inspired by you guys. But we talk for a few hours on all kinds of things. Then on Tuesday night, we have our Order of the... No, sorry, that's not Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights are the Black Door. The Black Door is a group of assassins set in the Weird West. They have the city of Sunlot, which they were originally in. It's a coastal town, which their Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild have been mysteriously overrun. So they've left town, and now they're on the open road. They've stopped a bank robbery. Now they're hunting down some lost people. They're helping a caravan along the way. There's all kinds of adventure. On Wednesday nights, we jump over. We here on this channel start hosting the Chaotic Rollers, which is an amazing group of RPers where we sit down and I actually get to play. That's the amazing part of it. Of course, I'm there. It's not the problem. I am Brat, God of War, or I can be Davish Ran, Gunsinger Extraordinaire. But we get to have a lot of fun with that one. Thursday nights I take the night off. I relax, have a cup of coffee, watch a movie or two. Typical things. But I believe we host Hilarious Game Master. If not, we will soon. If he does it on Thursdays, we host him. Then on Friday nights are our biggest nights on here. That is when we do the Order of the Scale game. Now, the Order of the Scale is a group of military soldiers and misfits that have been sent from all over Sakaris to this particular order. The order is the right hand of the Sultan. There's been turmoil. There's been betrayal. There's been love, laughter, and death. There's a lot of things going on there. And that campaign is not only run here on Twitch on the Fridays, but it is also RP'd all through the week on our Discord server. It is a living campaign world that is being built there. Would you like to be a part of that? It's a lot of fun. And I have two other DMs on there, Angel with a Sin and Adorante, who RP at two different times a week, once on Sundays, I believe on Thursday nights, where they RP for the channel and send them on missions as well. So there's a lot of chance for growth on that. The last thing I want to talk about real quick, after that all RP, that's all the RP, that's all the stuff we do on there. No, it's not. There's a lot. And all of that is helped from you guys. And these links right here, let's see, this one goes this way. Yeah. So right here, these links right here help us out to provide all of this stuff for you. It helps with our Patreon. It helps with our giveaways. On our Discord channel, we give a set of dice away each week. Plus, I have the BBEG. That's right, the BBEG, the Big Box Extreme Giveaway, which we keep adding to. And it's just getting bigger. And it does this because of the support from you guys. You can help us out with Patreon. Go on there. We have 4 levels. We have a $3 level, which is just basically you going, hey, I like your stuff. Here's a couple of bucks. But that gives you access to our council room, to our parliament, but you get to vote on things that happen within the server, things that we do in the future. You have a say in. It also gives you access to that homebrew stuff that we build on Monday night. It gives you access 1 week earlier than anyone else. Then there's the $10 level, which is a little more of saying, hey, yeah, thanks a lot. We do appreciate this. We have a lot of fun here. And hey, can I put a character in? And I take an NPC that you have made, be they a shopkeeper, a council member, a wizard in a tower. It doesn't matter. You create this character, you give me all of their information, and I put them in one of my streamed games. It's as easy as that. Then we have the $20 level. That level there is the approved player level. See that Thursday night that I'm off? Well, that's saved for the approved player games. Those games may or may not be streamed depending on what the players themselves choose. We run a guaranteed game the last Thursday of the month for them. The more players I get, the more of those Thursdays that will be filled up with approved players. Would you like to be an approved player? Do you want me to run a game for you? Go to our Patreon, sign up, and I will make sure you play in a game that I run. Last thing on here, you see that down there at the bottom underneath the Patreon thing? It's a Zazzle, but I'm going to get to that later. But that's a spot where you can come and support the AMDM and get yourself some cool gear. That's all I've got for now. Till next time, go forth and roll some dice. Remember me talking about cool gear just a couple of moments ago? Here's some of the cool gear that we have. We have various products from bandanas to official AMDM approved player tags to shirts to coffee mugs, bracelets, stickers, face masks, socks, shoes, coasters, bandanas, playing cards, buttons, more socks, hats, more coffee cups, more mugs. We have headbands and bandanas. Now, these bandanas, I call them my battlefield bandanas. Why? Because they are all set up in 1-inch grids to be used as a battle map. You can take these bandanas. They're a 22-inch by 22-inch bandana. And why does that pop up? I don't know. Because you can unlock 20% off your order by putting in your email address. These bandanas are really nice. It's the only battlefield that I know of that you can fold up and put in your pocket. They're absolutely 100% gorgeous. And every map I use on my game will eventually become a battle map. So come check us out at Zazzle.com/theAMDM. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. And if you're new here, well, even if you're not new, we've been out for what, 3 months, 4 months, a half a year, a decade. It's been a very long time. And real world and all that fun stuff happens. So welcome back. I don't even remember what game we're playing. Are we doing Dungeons and Dragons? Are we doing Shadowrun? What are we supposed to be playing here? What kind of game am I running?
Animal Fantasy right now?
Monopoly?
I know for a fact that would be. If you ever find me, if I say, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna go," I'm going to play Monopoly this afternoon or something like that. Call 911 because I've been kidnapped and people got a gun to my head. I will never play Monopoly. That will be how you know there's something wrong and you need to send in a SWAT team. Because I've told somebody I love playing Monopoly.
See, here's the thing. You're still the DM. You tell us all of the roles. You tell us all of the properties. You tell us all of the cards.
It says, do not skip, go to jail. That's all it says. Every card says go to jail. And then it says flip the table and walk away. That's
okay.
Nobody gets money at the beginning of the game. Nobody there is a fence at go, so you can't get past.
There's a box the game comes in, and the way to play is you got to take the box and you got to rub it down with cooking oil. And then you strike a match and start on the very edge. And you know you've won the game when the box is and all of its contents are complete ash. That's how you win that game.
What about the lovely pewter figurines?
Well, there are two things you take out of. You take those. You take the figurines and the dice out. That's it.
I don't even know. Monopoly dice. I might just throw them away too.
No, you use because those as your punishment.
Because they've come in contact with the contents of the box.
You use them as punishments for your players at the table because those are your throwing dice.
Those are my throwing. Put them in a slingshot. Use them for.
No, those are the dice you give to the new players who you don't want to actually deal with anymore. So they are forever cursed with the curse of Monopoly.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Unless Monopoly pays me a large sum of money, and then I will instantly become a fan.
Okay, so you enjoy Monopoly, and D&D is just a phase. Got it.
No. See, it'd have to be that new D&D Monopoly, which people keep sending me, and I'm like, still wouldn't play it. Still won't play it.
Those things don't go together. No.
Yeah, I have no clue. But anyway, on a slight tangent, welcome back. We are we are playing tonight our Black Door game, where our group of assassins have. I'll let y'all tell the story between the being run out of one city and into another. See what y'all
What
remember.
had happened? What had happened was
Okay, to explain things simply, we killed some nuns. We get run out of town. Barbarian died because he's a dumbass. And we're now walking into a town. Well, sorry, we walked into a town where an ancient demon or devil, I'm not entirely sure which, it transformed into something humanoid and walked into. That's where we're at.
I don't
No.
remember the nuns.
Yeah, they weren't
That
nuns,
was the nuns were like the very first session.
and they weren't nuns.
that-
I don't know why y'all keep calling them nuns. Just because it's an orphanage doesn't necessarily mean they're nuns.
It's from
But
childhood trauma for myself. They're nuns.
We made it to Red Hook. Is that the name of the town?
Red
I
Sage.
think Red Sage. I knew it was Red something.
It's the Red Lark.
We finally
Oh, it-
found out who ran the underground activities in town. Went and had a super fancy meal that cost us pretty much all of our gold that we had. Got through their little test. And I believe they basically said, don't do anything illegal in town until we give you the okay. So we were waiting for the okay. And we thanked the fence in town that pointed us their way.
Oh, and Archimedes went to offer his services to someone who is
That was yeah, but the fence
No, that
basically
was-
said
That was
that was the fence,
Rob.
and he basically said he's not going to use Tormy's services until we get the okay in town.
Yeah, I believe that was Genius in a Bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So that-
Arthur.
Rob.
No, that's
Arthur.
sorry. Yeah,
Arthur's at the guinea pig bar.
yeah. I looked up to Genie in a Bottle and then looked further up the notes, and you were talking, and my brain went straight to the only non-bold word on that line. Can you tell my ADD and my dyslexia are kicking in?
Oh yeah.
I don't know
So-
how I'm going to read my character sheet.
So, as y'all spend a couple of days kind of milling about, waiting for someone to give you some sort of job. Is there anything that y'all wanted to do beforehand? Y'all, or is there anything anything in particular y'all were wanting to do?
The answer would usually be yes, but I don't know what I have in my stock that I can build with. Because we don't have the money.
yeah, we're a little light on funds at the moment. um,
I'm this far behind tonight. I forgot to bring up my crafting stuff. And just having D&D Beyond up might be nice. Told you how out of it I
Oh,
was today.
that's right. Um, before we crashed, you were identifying some of the things in the bag.
Yeah.
Did we go through all of those?
Um,
Think.
I think I said, hey, go ahead and write this down because
yeah, the only thing that fine leather belt with the buckle with the ram's head on it.
And lower.
hold on,
That's.
I don't remember adding anything else to the concept of it.
I don't remember if that was just a
I think
nice belt
I
and
think it was
buckle.
just a nice belt buckle because I know I knew there wasn't going to be any way for me to keep track of everything. I think it was just a nice belt and buckle.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a thing if I can afford it.
So then I think we got everything identified then. Do have several things that we could sell for some gold if we needed to.
I also have some fairly rare magic components like basilisk eyes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I
I'm
didn't put any of that stuff on my list.
no, I've been keeping track specifically of those while you've been keeping track of the rest of our inventory and money. I'm going to break down this last thing that costs or that is worth 35 gold, one of the basilisk eyes and one of the T-Rex teeth. And I'm going to spend a few hours one of those nights making a bead of force.
Okay.
Do you want the mummified spider claw as well?
I have that in the inventory because we found out what it was.
Okay, so you did write that. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
take it off
Wand of
my
Web.
list then. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I realized the stupid thing. I don't have to have the Wand of Web. I can give it to one of the homunculi.
That would
Yeah,
definitely be funny.
it's stupid. I'm
Can they actually
not.
activate that?
It it takes a action, and the only action that they can't do on their own is the attack action. I have to burn my bonus action to make them attack, but if I tell them to do activate an item, interact with an item, they can. It's they don't have any spells of their own. I'm not handing it off to them just yet. It was just a stray thought, but I'm getting rid of a few things in my inventory, and I'm building a beta force,
All right.
which is not that big of a deal. It is a where is it?
I do have a bunch of random weapons that we could get rid of.
Beta force is less than 1,000 gold normal, and I reduced the base price by a quarter. or down to a quarter for materials. With the
Wait, do you
basilisk,
have 250 gold?
with the basilisk eye, the T-Rex tooth, and the last thing that I have that's worth any gold, barely.
I was gonna say because I've got the gold and silver earrings that are worth like 20 gold each. There's 4 of those, so there's 80 gold. Um,
I wish I could make this one thing that's only worth 300 gold, but it's technically a legendary item.
if I put on Tinkerbell's boots, those would readjust to my feet, right?
Your size, yes.
They're a magic item, so they would readjust if it to you. Period. That gives you extra movement speed by 5 foot, I believe, as well as resistance to fire.
Fire resistance, yeah.
Um, I'm gonna hand off the beat of force. Stopped. I'm gonna hand. Where are we? I'm gonna hand off the beat of force to Shay.
What is it?
Beat of force
I'd
is
like to
in-
welcome everyone on the internet for episode shopping 101. This is the stuff they don't show you on Critical Role. This is the real hardcore nerd stuff.
Hey, after you made us spend 450 gold on a freaking meal.
I gotta burn those resources, baby. I gotta burn those resources.
Here you go. I'm sending it to you in private.
Okay.
Wait, I just saw the rarity. I cannot build this yet. I'm putting the stuff back.
So,
If I don't get the bead,
No, sorry.
tease.
Can't make rare.
he's a magic tease. You want a magic item? What a magic item?
Sorry. I can't make rare things yet.
I mean, if you really want a magic item, I've got a few of those in the bag.
Depends on what they are. Can we
No.
get rid of the love
Oh.
potion? You can get some money from that, no?
Yes, we do have a love potion.
You could sell that off. Because none of us need that.
Nobody's going to buy anything off of us for a little while.
There is Archer's gauntlets that might benefit you.
Ooh. Yeah?
So go ahead and take those.
Let's see what those are going to do for me.
I think it's the +1 hit and +1 to hit, +1 to damage. Maybe? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm checking.
Y'all are wandering around the marketplace. Eating some cheap street food, because, well, it's cheap.
Weepo.
Y'all want to go ahead and head over to Owlbear.
Good evening, gamers.
Wrong button. Wrong lever, Clank.
That's a commercial, not an Owlbear.
Yeah, you caught that, huh?
Sir, check DM just to make sure I got the right thing.
Tonight's map was made using Dungeon Alchemist. I literally just drew the squares on, and then for each of the rooms, and said, "This is a forge."
Such and such room.
And it automatically populated it as you see. Now the tents I had to add in myself, but the majority on the sides, it adds in all of this stuff. It's a very cool program. And it's still in beta. Or not beta. It's in early release.
Early access.
Early access. So I'm hoping they're eventually going to add more and more things to it. I just realized you can't access that from there. Interesting. Yeah, there's a door there. A door there. Very interesting. Okay. So y'all are in the marketplace doing your exchanges. Are y'all wanting to hit a shop to to sell some of your previously gotten wealth? Or are you going to hold on to that?
I do want to at least sell off the gold and silver earrings that I have.
Yeah, just go ahead and, you can get those. Just go ahead and convert them to whatever I told you they were worth.
20 gold each is what he told me. So, and I had 4, so go ahead and at least put 80 gold back into our funds.
Once we go up to the other end of town, we should be fine for food and board.
Dutchy, I don't believe those are the correct ones. On my sheet, I wrote
there's no gauntlet.
Archery gauntlets, but the only thing that comes up are the bracers of archery.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be bracers of archery then.
Okay.
The description may have said gauntlets or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be the equivalent of it.
All right, so take those, Dutchy.
Okay.
And I'll remove those from the list. From my list, at least.
Thank you.
So y'all are wandering around the market. Just when you see people are out there doing all kinds of, you've got, as the market itself, there's all kinds of things being sold. Fabrics, and from fabrics to candle waxes to artisan soaps. Just a whole variety of things. Entertainers, fire eaters, all of that. Even you do notice some people in the same profession that you're in going through working the crowds.
Yeah, I need to make sure no one snatches anything from us. That's for sure.
You do have this this little kid, probably about 3 feet tall, 3.5 to 4 foot tall, just small little kid. And dressed dirt poor peasant. She has a small little basket with her that's got flowers in it. They've obviously been, she obviously went and just ripped these flowers out of the ground somewhere. Different little wildflowers and just anything that had a petal on it. And she comes, where'd my, so she comes up to Kinjar. Hey, mister, want to buy a flower? No front teeth, like missing the front 2 teeth. Mister, hey,
How much for your flower?
1 gold.
No thanks, I'm good.
Hey, mister, buy a
What?
flower. 1 gold.
No, I'm good.
She gets back and, mister, buy a flower. 1 gold.
How about a copper?
How about a gold?
No thanks, I'm good.
She's not letting you go. She just keeps, mister.
I'm gonna go up and be like, I'll take it, and give her a gold piece.
She reaches in to the basket, looks at you. You're tiny. And hands you a flower that's got paper wrapped around it. She starts to walk off. She looks over at Kinjar and you hear her say, "Next time, don't be so cheap." And she just keeps walking.
And I am going to take the paper off the flower.
Dirt just falls out. And there is an address there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's where that was going, but
you're cheap.
You're cheap.
I'm not paying a gold for a freaking flower that she just picked.
You're cheap.
Out of the ground somewhere. Of course I am. Especially after you made me spend 450 gold on a damn meal.
Cheap and broke. So I'm going to take a look at the address, look it over, and then show the others.
All right, it is... God damn it. I have not been.
1, 2, 3, Your Broke Avenue.
1, 2, 3. You look around, and it is actually for a place called the Twin Egg.
Have we seen this place in our wanderings?
Actually, yes, just quite recently. Look, it's right over there.
What a crazy random happenstance.
How convenient.
How convenient. The Twin Egg itself, you see 2 eggs that are sitting there side by side, but they're not, like, each of them is not a complete egg. It goes over to the other one, egg shaped like it's an H almost, but made out of eggs. And it is the Twin Egg.
I just kind of tilt my head. I guess we're heading there.
Yeah.
Flutter, flutter.
Flutter, flutter.
I know, man. I'm your favorite character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because there's literally no way I can disguise myself.
Ugh.
Require an amount of magic. It's just not convenient.
So you go over there. The place is, for this time of day, which is probably just after noon, there are a few people in and about in here. Y'all just take yourselves a seat. We'll be with you in a minute.
All right.
And
Go find us a table.
time to break out that menu again. So, after a moment, this older elven lady, what can I get you? You need something to drink? You want something to eat?
Just lay the piece of paper on the middle of the table and say, yeah, food and drink would be nice. What's the special today?
Well, for you, we're gonna get you something that's your drinks today are on the house. And
Nice.
It's real special.
Slide
she
the paper back in the
no,
pocket.
no. As the paper's there, she proceeds to pull out this rag and kind of wipe it up and grabs the paper in the process. I'll be right back. And you see her head through this little door under the stairs. And you can see that there's a set of stairs going down from there. After a couple of minutes, another individual comes up. And he's got 5 mugs in his hands, holding them like if you were at Oktoberfest. Say Dragonborn. He comes over. Greetings. How are y'all doing today? And then
Things we be doing.
and he just pulls up a chair and sits down with you. Well, I'm glad you can make it. I hope that you didn't have too much trouble finding the place.
I don't
no.
actually.
All
We've been in town a couple of days. We've done some exploring.
All right. Well, he kind of leans in a little bit. Oh, by the way, my name's Elmer. Nice to meet you. And
Pleasure's all ours, my friend. Pleasure's all ours.
I understand you're seeking entrance in to the No Way Inn. And well, I've been tasked to provide you with your entrance exam.
I thought we already passed the entrance exam and we're just waiting approval.
Same thing here.
That was the interview.
Yeah,
This is the practical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's you're always going to be tested. So,
Of course.
it's real simple. All I need you to do is to deliver this letter.
Okay.
And that's it.
And where are we
And-
delivering this to?
Well, that's where things start to get a little more interesting.
Figured as much.
You're going to deliver this to Rodtar. Rodtar doesn't like visitors.
So, does he need to know that he's getting this?
Yeah, he does need to know he's getting it. He asked for it, but he's kind of the guy he's a little paranoid.
Sounds like my companions.
So,
Paranoia is healthy.
Paranoia keeps your ass alive sometimes. Sometimes it's the only thing that kept your ass alive.
Just because I
So-
think everyone's
you deliver this, you're in.
We get
And
arrested?
where is this location?
Where else? Well, guess you wouldn't know where else. It's at the cemetery.
Oh,
You said Pet Cemetery?
No.
at the cemetery.
the cemetery. This is gonna be interesting now, isn't it?
Well, it's always interesting.
Hmm.
Life.
Are we allowed to use any of our contacts that we've made in town to assist us in getting it there?
What do you mean assist? Until this is delivered, you don't have any contacts in town.
Yeah, I had that feeling.
Until this is delivered, you don't exist in town.
All right. Well then,
I think I only
think
got
therefore we exist.
I think I only got 2 more questions for you. One, where's the cemetery so that we can get it there in fine time?
He gives you the address. Yeah,
direction.
the general direction.
And 2, is he above ground?
Mm, no. Well, yes and no. You're asking if he's dead. No, he's not a dead person. He just works out of the cemetery.
No, I figure if we ended up face to face, we know what he be. But the question was if he above ground or below it, and if he below it, that means we have to go into a mausoleum somewhere.
Oh yeah.
either
Oh yeah.
mausoleum or
Yeah.
like groundkeeper house in
Yeah.
the graveyard, maybe.
Yeah, you've got to go into the mausoleum.
This brings a third question to mind. Last one that I want to ask at this point. There be a bone crew there?
Oh, if you're asking if there's going to be any creatures that Xandus himself would look down upon, no. I don't think
Okay
so.
then. I think we can get this done pretty quick. Maybe get a slight meal in us before we go,
All right,
so
so
we're not doing this on an empty stomach.
you want to go to the the particular crypt you want to go to is for Klaus Steen.
Klaus Steen. I think I got that.
Now it's Steen, not Stein, because there's a Klaus Stein there, but you'd be waiting around forever. Steen.
Where am I typing?
I don't know.
Yes, I was making sure that you were. Elmer at the Twin Egg. And Rod Tar, you said,
Yes.
was the person we're delivering this to?
Yep.
Okay. Just so that we're not doing this on an empty stomach, I think it behoove us to get a
Yes.
nice little meal.
Yeah, actually, the lady that was there first now comes up with 4. They're not very large bowls. 4 small bowls, but it's steaming some stew in there. Here you go.
Thank you very much. It smells
Look like the
really
flower
good.
lady?
Huh?
Does she look like the flower lady?
No.
Okay.
She is an elf. You realize now the flower lady was probably a halfling and not a small human child.
I'm gonna dip my favorite spoon in this and taste the stew before deciding if I need to change it at all.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not the greatest stew you've ever had, but it's actually not that bad.
I'm making one mild adjustment then. I'm adding the flavor of not just beef, just more beef than is there.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely more soup than the other stuff, but it's not bad.
I tap out my spoon.
It's better than what you normally eat when you're on the road.
Yeah. I tap out my spoon and I offer it around.
gladly take it and do the same thing. And uh, thank you very much, Archimedes. And Farik will look down to his bowl and say to the meat, "Thank you for giving up your life." And then
Y'all eat up? Are y'all gonna head straight to the cemetery, or
Oh, once we get done with this, we come back here, or you just know.
we have people in the area paying attention?
Thank you much.
That's not a problem.
Beautiful night
Oh.
for a walk through the cemetery.
as we finish up eating and we're about to head out, I thank them for the food, the drinks, and I tell them, "May you always be able to see your grass as we walk away."
Yeah, have fun.
Better to see the grass than be under it.
I I have the image in my head of just
Have fun storming the
Miracle
castle.
Max and his wife. Yeah.
They're gonna die.
Any chance you think they're gonna live?
Nah,
It would take a miracle.
miracles.
Yeah.
There's our princess, and there's our Princess Bride reference for the evening.
Oh, that's cute. You think there's only gonna be one?
Yeah.
See, I was trying to avoid going for Monty Python references, but I'm going to now.
So y'all travel across the city. It's actually not that far. Red Sage is probably about half the size of Sunlight, meaning it's about the size of Sun. So it's not a small city, but it's not as large as Sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all eventually find the... What's that say? Cafe names. You eventually find the cemetery, which is called the Banku Fire Cemetery.
Spelling that.
Banku, Banku, Fire. Do I need to spell that out for you?
No.
Oh, it's with a Y. No, I'm just...
I gave you a glare through the camera that's not on.
It's not spelled with a Y. It's spelled with a PH.
Yes. You make it there.
And it's with a Russian R.
You stumble around and you find the first one you find is a Klaus Steen. Oh no, my mistake. This is Klaus Stein. So you eventually do find the Klaus Steen mausoleum. It's a small building, maybe 10 by 10. Your typical concrete covered building with a wrought iron gate at the entrance.
So do we knock or
The first thing I want to do is hide, and then you can knock all you want.
I mean, there'd be another option.
What other option?
I hold up envy.
Yeah, you got the bird.
That might be a better option. I thought maybe if there's a window or like a slit in the side, just shoot that straight through with an arrow.
There is like a small slit on the back or where the roof peaks. There's a little slotted window, and it's not like literally like almost like arrow slots, just large enough to let some light inside.
The other thing that I thought about will not work because we gave ourselves a timetable instead of asking for what they wanted theirs to be. And so I look at the smallest owl and find your way in. See if you see anybody moving in there. And if you do, you come back. If not, see if there's a way to go find, or if there's another way in, and then come back. And then I send them off.
All right. So it does a quick circle and go the wrought iron door at the front is the bars on there are wide enough near the top for the bird to actually get through into the inside. And while it looks around, then comes back to you. So in the Morse code that your bird speaks, three bodies. No, I'm trying to say the most efficient way. It would be 4 bodies, 3 dead. That's what it tells you is on the inside.
I am going to step back, inform the others of the exact thing that I just found out, and if you want to knock, you can knock. It's probably not the best if he's just inside and we go picking locks.
Looking at the thing, you can see that there's nothing on the other side. I mean, going up to the wrought iron gate, you can see inside.
Right.
We have a delivery from the No Way Inn.
So you just gonna go? I thought you were hiding.
Well, I was going to.
So, are y'all gonna? You just gonna go up there and say that? But as you get closer to see the there is a person in there, and you see 3 sarcophagi, one on each wall. And the person is in there is an older female. And she's wearing a widower's garb. You know, just the black with the black veil. But she has some knitting needles and a what appears to be looks like she's sitting on a rocking chair, and she's just talking. Like talking to herself, doing these knitting needles. Knitting a scarf or something. You're not sure exactly what she's working on. So you see that before you say anything. What are you wanting to say or do now? Y'all are no longer in the busy marketplace. I can turn off the busy marketplace.
I look over at Kinjar. If I had known that this was the thing we were doing today, I could have asked you to find me some paper and some ink. And this would have been done without us even leaving that bar.
We picked some up recently. I don't think we used it all yet.
Well, there are two things we can do here. We can do this now, or we can wait or you guys can wait 2 hours.
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna work on a little bit of origami.
Let's get it done.
So you're going to do the origami?
I'm gonna make a paper bird. It's an uncommon magic item.
Okay.
How much paper and ink do you think we still have in money amount?
Oh, in money amounts? Ooh, that I don't remember. I think we bought a full jar of the ink, and you used like half of it, or 3/4 of it, maybe, and quite a bit of paper. I don't remember. I know you made a few scrolls for us.
Would you say there is a minimum of 50 gold worth of paper and 25 gold worth of ink left?
Oh, you're not doing the origami spell.
No, I'm literally making the paper bird uncommon magic item.
I mean, it's possible that we would have that much left. I always let you write that stuff down when we get that stuff for you. I don't keep that in the bag of holding.
DM, would you say that we have enough of that, and or that would use up all of that?
I've got to look and read what it says.
Do you have it pulled up right now?
That's why I'm pulling it up.
Because I have the link right there in DM sent to you.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, so you were trying to figure out if you have enough stuff to make one of these.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, but it's going to take time.
Yeah. I figure it'll take about 2 hours minimum, even with my bird's help, of churning out the ink correctly. But that's why I was also asking the party, do you want to do this that way or do you want to do it the semi-efficient but takes longer now because I didn't think of it before way?
I mean, it's either that or actually use Envy to try and deliver it.
Envy is a good scout, but given enough time on his own, I do not think he would be able to hone down on the right person.
Yeah, all right.
If there's more than one living person in there, I don't think he.
Yeah, we only see one at the moment, but there could be more.
What if
And-
we send him in with a note saying that we need to speak to the individual?
He not too potent on his own. If he come up again, if he deliver a message and the message and the receiver of that note don't like him just being around, he be just a gem
Excuse
and
me.
dust on the ground. Bless you.
Ah, I
He
can
would just
breathe.
be a gem and a bunch of metal dust on the ground.
Well, it's worth a try, right? If it's or is that going to be like a permanent? We lose him.
I would have to rebuild him, and I take a minimum of
Gotcha.
100 gold.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Well, sorta. I mean, if I can recover all the pieces, it doesn't cost anything, but
we would have to recover the pieces from inside the mausoleum at that point.
yeah.
So let's
we
back
wanna-
out of the graveyard cemetery and let's give you 2 hours to make the bird.
Okay. Do you want me to roll anything?
Whatever you normally have to roll. You wrote the class. I don't know.
Okay.
Shit. I don't know how that class
I mean-
works. I've not even read it yet.
That's a lie. You've read it
Yeah.
a long time ago, but you read it.
There's a lot to it.
You're not wrong.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay.
Just to see it's
Okay,
it's
just
okay.
the tools check for it. I rolled a 30.
Oh, really? That's
Just a 30.
Oh.
I rolled a 19 on the die, so
so the paper doesn't wiggle.
No, I did it too well, and the DM is angry at me, and the paper is too soggy to fly.
No. Paper flies perfectly fine. But all of the wording you write on it is smeared. And rearranged itself into either a love letter from you or a challenge to a duel from you.
Yikes.
With
I'm not sure
with
which
a
one's
highly
worse.
accurate picture of you doing bad things to one of their parentals.
Loved ones.
Yeah.
Things just took a turn.
Yeah. No, the only thing that I'm printing on that paper in common is the name of the person that we're sending the letter to. And I am dabbing the tiniest amount of the mimic glue on the bottom of it and sticking the note to the bottom that is rolled up. And I'm releasing it into the wind and letting it take it there on its own.
So you're taking the letter you were given that you were supposed to deliver, you're attaching it to the bottom of the origami bird, and
I'm writing his name on it so that it will find him, and then I am letting it go so that it will start its flight.
Shouldn't
Okay.
we be back near there somewhere?
I figure we can release it when we are outside of the mausoleum.
Well, y'all never entered the mausoleum.
No need to. As long as there is a way for that bird to physically make it to him, it should do it.
Let's see.
And also highlights Tormy's artificer
Yeah.
skills.
I just
Okay.
burned 75.
Are y'all going to do this while y'all are in the cemetery? Or are you going to get out of the cemetery?
We left the cemetery for him to make the origami bird or the paper bird, and then go back to the cemetery near the mausoleum to release it.
Okay, that's what I was wanting to know. So it's getting on to evening time. Almost, it's starting to get dark. Not quite sunset yet. Maybe in about another 15, 20 minutes before the sun actually starts to actively set. Testing the wind. Release this. And it normally these things look like cranes, but for some reason, somehow he has made it look like an owl that is carrying.
Of course.
And he goes off. And you watch it fly into the mausoleum. And you hear, "Oh goodness!" And then after just a couple of seconds later, it flies back out and starts heading away from the mausoleum.
I'm taking flight and following it because
It goes maybe a couple of streets over and goes into a storm drain.
I do not want to go into the sewers again
Mm-mm.
if I can help it. It was not worth it last time. It does not feel like it's worth it now.
I mean, other than the dozen light crossbows that we picked up from that mission.
I mean,
So now what are y'all
nonstop.
gonna do?
While it was flying this way, it still had the note attached to it, yes?
Yes, it still had the note attached to it when it went into the storm sewer.
Okay.
Without that note, we kind of have to go.
Yeah, we kind of got to go make sure it gets delivered.
Is there any way to pry open that storm grate to get in?
And to the storm grate, not right there. That does. It's just more of a slit in the concrete. There's not anything there to lift up. If you look around the area, give me an investigation roll.
That's me.
I will give you advantage
Assist.
by helping.
But just looking into this, into the storm sewer, you see probably about 3 feet of water in there, but you do not see the origami bird. So
26 investigation.
Eventually, you do find a little bit around the corner. You do find an area where you can actively go down into the sewer, and it is locked.
Are you sure about
Oh,
that?
I'm putting this out there. That bird is going to go the most direct way to deliver that letter.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass finding it now that it's down there without us. Do we want to just let it go and hope it gets there? I mean, this is our trial to get in.
I mean, if we just let it go, there's all. What if it flies into an anti-magic zone? What if it flies into a spider web? What if it gets wet and soggy and just floats?
Point.
Hmm.
You got your own picks back, or do you need something to work with?
I got I got them.
Do what you do.
So you're gonna pick it.
Yeah.
All right, give me the roll.
$22.
Oh yeah, that's
No, 21.
the lock looks a little rusty, but after a couple of seconds, you're able to get enough off of it and just pop it right open. It took you longer to get the rust off of the lock mechanism than to actually pick the lock. Once you got it where it was maneuverable, it was literally stick it in and turn and just pop it open. So now the gate itself is kind of, not stuck, but stiff on opening. Like this entrance hasn't been used for a while.
Pull out a small wire brush and just hit the hinges a little bit for like about a minute, casting mending so that they're good as new.
Okay.
I was gonna say you gave me a little bottle of oil at one point for that specific purpose. For
That would work on most regular hinges. If they are rusted this badly,
I mean, it opens. It's just a little stiff to open. That's all.
fair.
I mean, if you want to spend the minute working on it, yeah, as good as new. It's like when your dad comes over and you mention one thing wrong with the car, next thing you know, he's doing a full oil change. You want to go that route, you can more than happy to let you do it.
No.
Or do you just gonna open the door?
I made myself roll a wisdom
It's like,
save.
I really don't need it. I really want to work on it and make it nice and neat, but it's going against what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
down the hatch.
Let's do this.
Does our new
Dear
companion have have dark vision?
No, I do not.
Son of a.
I don't like dark vision. I'm sorry.
Reach into the bag, pull out the moon touch sword, and hand it to him. So he can at least see 5 feet in front of him, 10 feet in front of him, whatever it is.
Okay.
I mean, it works just as good as a torch, so it's just also a weapon and won't blow out.
I didn't think it was quite torch range. I thought it was like half torch range.
It's just it's a good dim light and will serve better than just dark vision. Oh, we're all the way over there. Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I know this sewer.
No, we don't. Or unless you know this from a different... Wait, no, this is the same...
It's the same map, but it makes sense to. I mean, come on! I'm not going to make a whole brand new sewer map this size.
That's fair.
I mean, this is already, Mario Land Ninja Turtle 1980s game design map here.
Not wrong.
Those passages just don't make any sense.
I don't understand. My hitbox versus those freaking electric seaweeds.
All right. So I hate to do this, but it's already 10:30.
Mm.
We got a late. We didn't start till 9, so it's one of those time issue things. Um. I'll take a quick look at my schedule for next week. Hey, next week I'm off, so we'll be able to play. Are we gonna need to start at 9 again?
I'm good next week. My schedule shifts back to earlier shifts next week, so we could start at 8.
Next week is the last time I can start at 8.
Okay.
After that, it
lie,
has to be
I'm good
9
forever.
because I get out at 8:30 from that point forward.
All right. So if we can start at 8 next week, we can go have a little bit longer session run here. Because I wasn't actually planning on y'all going this route.
This way?
Yeah. So
Do you ever plan on us going the route that we end up going?
no, not really, and that's why I like having all these maps on hand. But now I don't want to just like pull crap out of my ass for the rest of this part. Because this
The ironic thing is, like, the bird is supposed to go the most direct possible route. It went this way.
Yeah, because y'all didn't actually get close enough to see why it didn't go the other way.
Oh, there was probably a sealed passage, and this way doesn't have one.
That's probably a good assumption.
That else, Lee just likes putting us in the sewer. He knows where we are.
No, I was actually not planning on using this map at all. Again, ever. But, you know.
Yeah, but as a DM, we all know that.
Thank
players
God I
will
have it in the
crash.
wheelhouse.
Yeah. As a DM, you know you have to have a plethora of sewer maps because that's where most players go for some
No,
reason.
I'm not going to have a plethora of sewer maps. I'm going to have one sewer map I use over and over again. Because I'm a cheap bastard. So
As long as
Just like
as long as
rotate it
it's
90
got-
degrees and call it a new map.
I did for the Tiamat. I did that for our Tiamat fight.
rotate it 90 degrees and then invert it.
So we're gonna call this one tonight. Simple. I named this session "Simple Job." It's a simple job.
I
I'm
like
depressed
how
to say.
if I zoom to the top, we're still there.
Oh, you are.
Yep.
I will. That
and
will.
Kinjar's
The
still
body of-
alive.
The body of Kyathan.
Will.
I'll scrap those for you.
Wow, there's a lot of them on there.
And Lee, when have we ever done what you expected in this campaign?
Yeah, that's true.
The bank heist. He expected us to help with the bank heist, which we did.
What the hell happened to? Anyway,
That was
So-
probably it. Don't forget, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Oh, it is. All right, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness. Pride Month. Those are the two biggies. What else do you need? But yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all we're gonna do. And the map just went for me, so I got to
Be
reload
aware
the
of
whole
men's
thing.
mental health. Normally, it's not good.
I
So
got rid of the extra stamps for you, and the rest is up for next week.
So, the one that'll be titled next week will be a simple job, and there'll be a question mark beside it. So y'all have a good night, and yeah, go forth and roll some dice. Y'all have a good one.
Night, everyone.